So today what we wanted to talk about is the different reasons why one would go on a ketogenic diet. So I just wanted to get the feedback from you as to the different reasons that someone would go on a ketogenic diet.
Well,
from
the
your perspective.
first reason would be for general health. You're healthy, you want to keep your health optimized. I think you should think about a keto diet. That's the new research that's being done, especially down in Tampa at the University of South Florida, where sugar burning, eating carbs, is actually not the best thing for your health. It causes inflammation, and having fats actually can be helpful for you. So, and I know it's totally different than, say, just 5 years ago, but for general health would be the first reason. The second reason would be to treat a specific medical condition. If you had overweight or obesity or diabetes, heartburn, irritable bowel syndrome, PCOS, these are the kinds of conditions we see daily where people get better. And there's a big distinction now. If you're doing keto for general health or for medical problems, you don't have to worry so much about the ketone levels and the macros and logging things in and following what your app tells you in terms of fat consumption. And that's a big common mistake I'm seeing. So if you're doing keto for health or a medical condition, keep it simple. Just focus on eating the real foods with proteins, and the fat comes with the food. And then, of course, the long-standing use of a keto diet for epilepsy or for possible Alzheimer's prevention or cancer prevention, you'd want to be more careful about the ratios, the macros, and the monitoring the ketone levels. But you don't have to do all that if you're doing it just for general health or for medical issues. But if you're doing neurologic diseases or maybe even cancer prevention, you might want to check all of the ketone levels and macros and be more careful about it.
So the interesting one is I think that a lot of people would probably be starting this type of diet, most certainly for health reasons, but what about for specific weight loss reasons? Would you say that they would need to go and have those same, macros and go into it?
No, you don't have to. Well, it's a common mistake, because if you're trying to do ketone levels and optimize them and drink oils and fats and things that do go into ketones, but then you're not burning your body fat.
Right.
So you want the fat to burn off your body if you're using it for weight loss, and not be excessively drinking oils and butters, and because there are a lot of calories in those. So, and that's a common mistake I'm seeing. So for weight loss, don't worry so much about the fat in the food, fat in the drinks, that sort of thing. Let the fat come from your body.
So I think the last one I wanted to cover with you is what about ketogenic diet for, let's say, athletic performance or for aesthetic performance. So let's say you're at your goal weight already, but you want to now look even better, or you want some sort of athletic performance. What about that?
Yeah, so I think it's different levels. Just simply cutting the sugars and starches can get you pretty far. Now, if you're really doing elite athlete sort of performance, or doing bodybuilding, things like that, there are specific tweaks you can do,
right,
advances, and most of the time I refer people to those experts in that area. There are people who will counsel you or advise you to achieve even higher in your athletic competition, for example, and that's kind of outside my general bailiwick. In my practice, most people don't do much exercise at all, but it is being used more and more to optimize athletic performance, or just for looking better.
Well, that's been very, very helpful. I think that just in closing, we see a lot of people that there's so much information, there's so much misinformation out there, and people think that they have to, hit certain amounts of fat that they've got to achieve every single day. And there's a lot of stalls that we see, and I think that it doesn't have to be that complicated.
Right.
I think it's just got to be, eat as much real food as you possibly can, cut out the sugar, cut out the carbs, and not worry too much about trying to hit certain specific macros.
Right. And the main message is to stay away from the carbs.
Right.
And sugars and starches are carbs.
And then I'm going to quote your favorite saying, which is, Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full.
It's the wisdom of the ages.
Well, thank you, Eric. That was excellent. We hope you found this video helpful and informative. And if you did, please will you share it? We're trying to get this knowledge out to as many people as we possibly can. And thank you so much for your support. If you want to, you can subscribe down below. Thank you.